you represented to the funeral directors that you would pay £75 per month.
Yes.
Did you say to them that that would only start... What date was this? What date was the funeral, please?
It was in September the 30th.
Did you say that you would only start making those payments after Christmas?
Yes, it'd be the end of January was the first payment to be due.
No, that's wrong. It was March.
Be quiet.
Sorry.
You said what?
It was the end of January would have been the first payment to be made.
Was that for the full amount, or was that for the amount minus whatever grant might be received?
I said I'd pay £75 up to £750.
You said up to £750?
Yes.
Did you get that in writing?
No, there was nothing in writing, no.
Why did you think you would only pay £750? Why did you make that offer?
Because that was an amount that was discussed at the wake of a funeral.
Did you have a discussion?
We did, yeah. He put his arm around me and told me that me and my kids didn't have to worry about this bill.
Did you put your arm around Vicky and say that?
Yes, I did, yes.
And what exactly were the words you used?
I did say I will sort the bill out.
At that stage, you can't have known what the bill was.
No, I wasn't worried about it then, I wasn't...
You said it. Did you tell him how much?
I didn't know.
When did you get the final bill?
It was in January that they got in touch with me because they were waiting for the grant for me because they're a local company who know our family.
When did the grant come?
In January.
Again, so at that stage they had an idea of how much was left over.
That's
and they
right.
provided you with a final amount.
That's right.
When you received that final amount, what did you think, Vicky?
It's OK, Sam's got it covered.
When was the first payment you made to the funeral business?
There has been no payment made.
Well, this is January, nothing. You've agreed to set it up in January, from what you've just told me. Why not make the first £75 payment?
Because there was a social media issue, which then, for me, I purely said, I'm not going to pay it now. This is how you're going to be. It's essentially is in your name. You've done whatever to my company.
Well, we'll get to that. That's your counterclaim.
Yes.
You look absolutely furious about that, Vicky. Why are you furious?
What social media thing?
I'm going to ask you about it in a moment. Don't worry, that's his counterclaim.
Counterclaim?
You've been saddled with a debt of £1,636, correct?
That's right.
These funeral directors are a business. Have they sent you any letters chasing the money?
They contacted me via Facebook.
And what have they said?
They contacted me 2 or 3 times asking if I could get in touch with Sam because they couldn't get in touch with him. They'd text and rang, no answer, no reply. So I then messaged Sam 4 or 5 times on separate occasions asking, is this coming? And the date was changed every time to the point where it was going to start in March. And then inevitably I got a text message saying, John's dead now, you're not my family anymore, you deal with it.
Do you remember that text?
Yes.
Are you saying the reason you sent her that text is because of the counterclaim that you're about to tell me about?
Yes, that's when I then... Not lost respect, essentially, it's just I thought this isn't my problem now. Essentially, it's...
What month do you say this business that you're about to tell me about happened?
It happened on the 10th of December.
And you were chasing him when? When was this communication?
Up until March.
So this thing you'll tell me about happened in December. You don't say, I'm appalled at you, Vicky, I'm not going to pay the funeral expenses. Not in January, not in February, not till March. And you say, you're not my family anymore, this is not my responsibility.
I'd already said before that I wasn't going to pay to it.
When did you say that?
I've said it every time she contacted me, so I'm not willing to pay it anymore.
That's a lie.
This is a statement from the funeral business. I can confirm that Vicky arranged a cremation funeral service. And I'm going to go down to the end because I think there's another issue here. The last part of it is this. Sam verbally said to a person in this business that he would be willing to set up a monthly payment and we would provide our details, but he has failed to make a single payment. If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe, clicking down there. That's an order.